Welcome to Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
Saturday morning here on KATE. Time for another episode of Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen. Tom, we are now T-minus 2 days from the day that we allow a home intruder down our chimney in order to give us fenced goods.
Yeah, and for some reason when I walked in, everybody was saying, "Hey, Santa!" I don't know. Maybe I need to lose some weight.
Oh, that was the beard.
Oh, the beard? The gray-haired beard? Yeah, I don't have much for a beard, but anyway, but yeah. But
you kept telling me to put that bag of toys away like I was your elf. So.
You know, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one, Paul. Yes, you could be my elf. So anyway, Paul, I just want to say, hey, this is our last show together, you and I. I might get a little teary-eyed here.
This is my last actual reference of being on the air here.
Yeah.
Actually.
So you're finishing out with me.
Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate all the things that you've done, and I consider you a great friend, and I appreciate your time that I have spent with you, and that you've been fun to work with.
Yeah, so have you. And like I said, it's always good to close out with this because I know we're going to have a little holiday fun, and I know the person taking over, Mr. Mike Woitis, will hold you in the same regard I do.
He's got big shoes to fill. Well, in your case, little shoes, but they're big
pointy shoes too.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway.
Tom, we do not have a listener question this week, but in place of that, because we want to have some fun, you've got you kind of whipped up a song or something like that.
Well, something like that. I don't know if it's a song, but I'm not going to sing. It's the 12 Days of Insurance.
All right.
For the Christmas time. And this all happened with one of my insureds.
Really?
Yeah, just last 12 days. Anyway.
I can believe that.
If you believe that, I got some land to sell you in Florida. Anyway,
excellent.
So here it is. It's the 12 Days of Insurance. On the first day of insurance, my insurer gave to me, Paul, a claim of one Christmas tree on fire. So I asked my insured, have you had a review of your homeowner's insurance to make sure you are adequately insured? The second day he comes, second day of insurance, my insurer gave to me a claim of two people slipping on the ice. Do you have enough medical and liability coverage on your policy to cover them?
Possibly an umbrella, too.
And possibly an umbrella, yes. The third day of insurance, my insurer gave to me a claim of 3 expensive paintings stolen. I questioned, well, do you have fine arts coverage? There is a limit on your policy if you don't.
Would that also qualify under inland marine?
Yes, that's where you wanted to have it covered, is under inland marine. Yep. Man, you've been listening. On the fourth day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 4 identities stolen. Did you talk to your agent about identity theft coverage, is what I would ask. On the fifth day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 5 golden rings stolen. Do you have inland marine coverage on those rings? If not, you'll again run into a limit of insurance on your homeowner's policy. There you go. There's your inland marine.
Well, with all of that, and I know, Tom, we always like to tell listeners before we get to our 6th claim of Christmas, is having to deal with making sure that you do talk to your insurance agent, no matter who it is, because you get married, you have expensive Christmas gifts. A lot of people get engaged this time of year.
Absolutely. Yep. We had a show on that, remember?
Yep.
About getting engaged and making sure that they get these rings correctly insured. Okay, so if you're the one that's receiving the ring, you got to be the one to insure it because the person that bought it don't own it anymore because you get there's a lot of things there. So
they get the brand new Mercedes with the bow on it, as we see in those commercials.
Yeah, like your wife probably got, I'm sure.
That's what it's on the list. So who knows?
So well, then the 6th day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 6 ATVs involved in accidents. Well, I would see, do they have off-premises liability or only on-premises liability coverage on those ATVs?
You want to break that down for people that don't understand that?
Yeah, off-premises would mean off your premises where you live, okay? Because a lot of times we have ATVs or people have vehicles that they might have coverage on their premises, but they don't have the off-premises liability coverage. So check. 7th day of insurance. Boy, my insured's having some bad. This is a bad week.
This is
7th day of insurance. My insured gave to me a claim of 7 injured elves. There you go, Paul.
my siblings.
Your siblings. Did you protect those little workers with workman's comp insurance policy? By the way, it's a state law.
Very important.
Very important. On the 8th day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 8 inches of water in the basement. Well, do you have backup and sewer and water coverage on your policy, and is it adequate limit?
And then where exactly did that happen? Because we've run into that too, is kind of where does your insurance stop when is it the insurance where is it when your pipe hits the building and things of that, right? We talked about that.
Well, there's that too. That's service line coverage. Okay, there's service line coverage that you can purchase. There you go. I'm plugging something else that you can buy on to where the service line coverage can be sewer, it could be whatever, electrical. But this is where, like, let's say a sub pump failure happened and water came up in the basement, or sewer came up through the sewer drain, not water through the walls. That's an excluded event. But so this, what I'm talking about is water in the basement, and it could have been from a service line issue. You never know. So we'll probably need to get on to the 9th day after this break.
Yes, we're going to take a quick break, Tom. 30 seconds. We'll be back with more insights into insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen right after this.
Nationwide is on your side. You have a side that is retired, playing tag and getting tired. A side that owns your own store. Looks like you need to explain some more. That's why there's a Nationwide. They help protect and grow your many sides. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Americana Insurance Group in Albert Lea and Wells today.
We're back here on Insights into Insurance with Americana Insurance's Tom Sorensen. And Tom, rather than a listener email today, we have opted instead for your insurance parody of the 12 Days of Christmas. And we left off coming up to day number 9.
Yeah, 9th day. Not a good day either.
No.
My insured gave to me a claim of 9 ornaments broken. Well,
that's actually not so bad compared to the other
that's
ones.
probably not so bad compared to the other ones. But what if these ornaments were really, really valuable? Depending on the value of the ornaments, you may not have the proper coverage under your homeowner's insurance policy. Okay? Now, if they're shop go $10 box full of, but some of those ornaments people collect are worth hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. So that could be an issue. The 10th day of insurance. My insured gave to me a claim of 10 people sick on fruitcakes they sold for cash. Does your home insurance have coverage for business pursuits coverage?
We talked about this, and I think
Yes.
it's probably just as important today as it was when we talked about it before. If you are selling a home-based business product,
Yep.
you could be really out of luck when it comes to
It's
doing
probably
something.
excluded for coverage unless you add it on as an additional endorsement to the policy. Yes. Yep. So,
All right.
11th day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 11 Christmas gifts stolen. The question is, does your homeowner's insurance have replacement cost coverage?
Need
Well-
your receipts for those?
You know, that would always be good. That would be the best right away.
Okay.
Yeah. So then there's no questioning there. 12th day of insurance, my insured gave to me a claim of 12 cars in a traffic accident. Man, that is 12 days of bad luck to my insured. My question is, does your insurance have enough property damage coverage to cover the damage of all the other vehicles if you were at fault causing that accident?
When we saw that earlier in the week, and we had that snow on Thursday.
Yep.
It seemed that there were nothing serious for people's health, but, going a little too fast for what was out there.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that. It was right out in front of our both of our offices. So, yeah, that was too bad that happened. But, yep, exactly. Now, if that was up in the cities and you were driving, and, some of us do drive up in the cities quite often, and you cause a 12-car pileup accident, you better have some pretty good property damage liability coverage because that could add up in a big hurry. So,
yeah, especially if you bought it within, that 15 minutes thing, you might not have enough at all.
Right. Well, then, going on the theme of Christmas, I have a question or two for you, Paul.
Okay.
Okay. Santa, Santa had a few too many cookies and got stuck in your chimney.
You said cookies. I was thinking eggnog.
Hi, eggnog. Well, maybe that too. The fire department was called and has now torn apart your living room wall and the fireplace to remove him and send him on his way. The damage is A, covered under your homeowner's policy because there's no Santa exclusion. B, not covered due to the exclusion for acts committed by a governmental authority. C, the fire department will have to pay for the damage. Or D, the city will have to pay for the damage. So what do you think the answer is to that?
I think it's going to have to be A. Okay.
It's B, not covered due to the exclusion for acts committed by a governmental authority.
Okay.
So if a government says we need to take out this house or take out this building, because a good example of this is, let's say that there's a building on fire downtown, and to keep it from spreading to all of the buildings, maybe they need to take down one building. Guess what? That wouldn't be covered. That would be a situation where it's a governmental authority saying we need to do that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's many other examples, but yeah, that's one of them. So, all right. So that's a good one. You decide that this year you are going to have an old-fashioned Christmas. In keeping with the spirit, you have placed small candles on your tree in a very nice holders. A bucket of water is nearby in the event of a problem. Hot candle wax drips onto a few needles and proof. There goes your tree, as well as your family room. Now you have a claim with your condo insurance carrier. You have a homeowner's, or we call it an HO6 policy. Will A, not pay as this was an increase in risk within your control. B, pay as the loss was a fire, but only for the contents. C, not pay as this was an intentional act. Or D, pay as the loss was a fire, but only for alterations, additions, and personal property.
I'm going to say it is not pay as this was an intentional act.
Oh. Anyway, it's pay as the loss was a fire, but only for alterations, additions, and personal property coverage.
Okay.
Even that was a dumb thing to do, it's still covered.
No, I guess that's going to tell my wife.
But it's a condo, so it's only going to cover for the alterations, basically the stud walls in and the personal property.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you did damage to the whole condo, the condo's insurance would cover. Now, the condo association might come back and sue you for that. Okay.
Yeah, cover their damages.
Right, exactly.
I think we got time for one more question, Tom.
One more question. How about if we do this? I got a little story.
Okay.
'Twas the night before Christmas.
Sounds good.
'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring except that mouse chewing on an electrical wire. It started a spark without a care in hopes that fire engines would soon be there. Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap, I said, call Americana Insurance Group at 377-2000 really quick. Away to the window I flew like a flash, and what to my wondering eyes should appear but the A-team with company adjusters. With everything tarnished with ashes and soot, American Insurance Group put my home and life back so I didn't have to uproot. Merry Christmas from the A-team, and to all a good night.
And a good day.
And a good day.
Now, Tom, appreciate that. If people do have questions, I think you mentioned your phone number in that poem, but what can they call you at?
507-377-2000. They can also email me at insights@americanainsurance.com, and our website is americanainsurance.com.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Paul.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is intended to be educational in nature. Before acting upon any information obtained during the Insights into Insurance radio show broadcast, consult an appropriately licensed professional.